What is up, everybody? It is Kitty Queen back with another YouTube video. Alright, so if you've seen my latest YouTube video, you saw that I was going to be talking about my hair and covering, just the basics on what I do to my hair and like my routine and what I do to keep up with this fiery red hair. So let's get into it. So this was not a hard thing to do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that right now. This was definitely not challenging. Like, it was literally just slap it on there. As you guys seen, I was blonde originally. Well, my natural hair color is dark, so it's dark brown, close to black. And so then I went blonde, which was a lot. Like, it was so much on my hair to go that blonde. I was trying to get icy blonde, Barbie blonde. And, it cost me so much money and everything. It was breaking my hair, and I loved it, but at the same time, it was so much to keep up with. So one day I just sporadically was going through a little something a little hard. I was just like, oh my God, like, I'm just gonna do a spur of the moment thing. And so I just, went to the store and I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna dye my hair. So I literally found the color red, and I've been wanting to do it for a while. I've been on Pinterest and I've just been surfing through all this hair because I love hair. Hair is everything to me. It's like top notch, like the most important part about getting ready. That's just my opinion. And I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go do it. So I just went to the store, I bought the hair dye, and I was like, we're doing this. We're going to dye my hair red. I've been waiting so long to do this, and I've been, going off and on about, should I do it? Should I not? And then that one day that I just went through something really difficult, I was just like, spur of the moment kind of thing, slap it on there. Let's do this. Let's get it done. Let's get it done now. So I just, I wanted to come on here and just tell you guys a little bit about what I do to keep up with this. Okay, so I was blonde, as I said before, and you guys have seen in my other YouTube videos, obviously. So yes, I was very platinum blonde. And so what I did to achieve this look was I literally just bought this semi-permanent hair color, which everyone knows about it. It's Arctic Fox, and it's in the shade of Poison. So yeah, I use about 2 of these to do my all over hair color. So when I saw it, it said best results are achieved on pre-lightened hair. So I was like, oh, bet, let's get it. And, actually this is really good on your hair. I have really dry, skin and a terrible scalp. It's irritated easily. And so when I read this, I was like, I want to make sure there's no irritation, because when I was dyeing my hair, the bleach would kind of irritate my head and I had an allergic reaction. And it was when I was going that light, and so I was just like, oh my God, like, this is a lot, like, on my head, especially being so dark, it's awful. Although I really loved my blonde hair. I really did. Out of all the hair colors I've ever had, blonde was it for me. Like, that was my #1 go-to. And if I could go back, I would in a heartbeat. But anyways, so yeah, this is it right here, and it says no peroxide, no ammonia, and no PPD, so that's pretty good. Of course, it says, if irritation occurs, rinse out immediately, which that wasn't the case with me. So yeah, I use 2 of them because I have so much hair, and including these extensions. These were also platinum blonde at first, and it took me about 4 hours to get every single strand from blonde to red. And I just used these. I didn't use, any, developer, no bleach or anything. It's literally just direct dye. So I just, poured it in a little bowl, mixed it up, and just, did my extensions, and same I did with my actual hair. So it was not that hard to do at all. And so when I do this, I also use Vaseline. So I just wanted to show this. I just put it around my hairline and on my neck and stuff, so that way I don't get dye on my skin. And so I just rub it around there, and then I just go to town, dyeing my hair and everything. So this is really helpful if you guys do not want to get it on your skin, which if you do get it on your skin, this will not irritate your skin as far as it goes for me. Since I do have really dark hair, my roots grow out, which I just did my roots. But I do use something different for my roots. So I don't use Arctic Fox because it's just, slap on direct dye. I actually use the Hicolor highlights in red. So yeah, this is what I've been using for my roots. And, on it says for dark hair only. And this actually does have bleach in it. This one is more prone to causing an allergic reaction. So that wasn't the case with me. I mean, of course, there's slight little burning and itching. I mean, that's what's gonna happen every time you put bleach on top of your head. So I would recommend to wear gloves for sure, like all the time. Like always wear gloves if you're dyeing your hair, just because you don't want to get on your skin and you don't want to start itching. And yeah, you don't want that. So this has a really high lift, and I mix it with 40 volume developer. I want to start using 30 so that way it can pop more, because I noticed that my roots are a little bit darker than the hair down here, and I want it to just all match. I want it to be all one solid color. I don't want any like highlight, low light, or anything. I'm gonna start switching to 30 most likely, but 40 is really good. So this is what I use for my roots, and this is what I use for my all over color. And so I just, you know, put 2 and 2 together. You know, I just start to massage it into my scalp and stuff. And of course I have my sister and my mom help me because I don't want to miss any spots. So I dye my roots every like 4 to 6 weeks or so. And I actually dye my full head with this every like 5 weeks. The most is like 2 months, because I actually use a color depositing shampoo, which we will be getting to that very shortly. I can actually show you what it looks like. So I just I pour the whole, usually if it's like a full process of my roots, I usually have to use 2 boxes. I squeeze the whole black tube, and then I use about 2.4 of the developer. So yeah, if you're looking to dye your hair red and you have dark hair, definitely this will be your best friend, for sure, 100%. And then this right here is just the best thing ever. I really love it. I literally sometimes even use it as like a shampoo. Like when I go to wash my hair, I'll literally just squirt a dab of this and just massage it into my scalp. I never let my hair breathe. I never let my hair breathe because red is so much to keep up with. So this is what I use to, you know, put the color on my hair. So I just use a little bowl like this. I got it from school. And then some brushes, you know, this is what it looks like. And then I'll use like this one too. And then to part the hair, you know, in sections, I just use the back of this. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already like know that. But for those of you who don't, that will be very helpful. So that way your hair doesn't get knotted, and that way you're getting each individual hair colored. And so not one section is more saturated than the other. So you don't want that to happen. The only downfall about having red hair is that it stains like crazy. It stains everything. I have to have my own towel. I have to have just an old dirty looking shirt. I use the same shirt over and over again when I dye my hair. It's just a white t-shirt. It looks like I committed murder. It's just all red and everything. So make sure you use a t-shirt that you don't care gets dirty and stained and everything. And especially when you sweat, when I go to the gym, I will just, you know, I'll like itch or something, or like rub the sweat off, you know, with a towel or something, and I have like red in my fingernails and stuff. That is gonna happen. It's completely fine. It's just the dye is like so, what's the word, packed on, I guess, and just such a harsh color that it just bleeds everywhere. I can't go swimming. Well, I can, but it just, you know, it'll bleed on my bathing suit. I have to use my separate towel. You have to really be careful with this hair, because it's definitely an easy process if you're blonde and if you're dark, because you can use this, but it's also horrible if you like to go swimming. And God help us in the rain, man. Like if it's like, you know, just raining hard and stuff, and let's say you're in white, yep, it's definitely gonna bleed, because I was on a cruise and it was raining outside. And I just did my hair, and I had a beautiful white dress on, awesome, gorgeous dress. And the moment it started raining, I just, you know, went to the bathroom and it's all down my back. I was like, oh my God, it was awful. It was terrible. I hated it. I was like, what do I do? And it was all new to me because I didn't know. And I was like, my hair color's coming out already. But no, it's just gonna bleed. It just bleeds just because. And it's semi-permanent, so that's why. So that you're gonna have to expect that when you dye your hair. Any other color with this, it could be red, blue, or whatever, it's going to bleed because it's semi-permanent. I forgot to mention that when you do dye your hair with this or with this, definitely use, I use this cap. It's the same cap over and over just because I want to save all my other ones. So like you just, you know, put it over your hair so that way it can all stay together and it doesn't, you know, fall out. And I prefer it more than a clip because the clip's just gonna get red all over it. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the shampoo and conditioning portion so you guys can know what I do to wash my hair. So I really just wash my hair with the color depositing shampoo, because when I use a regular shampoo, it really fades the red and it's terrible. I mean, it turns into a dull red, pinky kind of look. I use Viral. Viral is the best thing ever. I love it, especially for my red hair. It's been just a saving grace for me. So I get this from Amazon, and it's actually a color wash, so it comes out red, and it actually cleanses and it colors. So yeah, it just basically just puts more red and puts more red, and so you can never really mess up with red, but I definitely make sure I put it all over my hair, so not, like I said, not one section's more saturated than the other. And it, you know, what's crazy is that it deposits the hair color. It has color in it, so that's really helpful. And so I usually apply like a generous amount or whatever, because I don't want to put too much so that I don't waste it and stuff like that. I leave it on for about 2 to 5 minutes, and I follow up with the Colorditioner, which is Viral as well, and it's also color depositing, so it comes out red. This is what makes my shower just red all over, and it stains my shower, so really depends on if it's worth it to you or not. It says here that it's obviously red, conditioner color, and rebuilds and bonds, which yes, this has saved my hair so much. Like ever since I was blonde, like my hair was so hard to keep healthy and rebuild, but this stuff has rebuilt my hair, and it's growing out and it's making it a lot softer and everything. It's definitely not as fragile as it used to be, so I'm really happy about that. It says rebuilds, regenerates, and repairs bleach, lightened, highlighted, all colored, fragile, or dry hair. Yes, that is true, and I know from experience. So if you ever want to know if these things are good and you're hesitant on buying it, definitely buy it, because this stuff is legit. I trust it 100%. So same as the shampoo, I apply a generous amount with the Colorditioner, and I leave it on for about 2 to 5 minutes. But if you leave this on for too long and you don't wash it out well, your hair will feel kind of like rubbery and like you have leave-in product in it. So that happened to me a couple times, and I just had to really rinse really well, because I was new to this and I've never tried it before, and I only put a little bit, so like the size of a quarter. If you have colored hair, I definitely 100% recommend this, because this has been my best friend, and it has a bonding treatment in it, so I didn't really have to worry about purchasing Olaplex, which I do put Olaplex after I do this as well. But if you don't, you know, want to buy Olaplex, or if you just don't have the time for it, this stuff does it for you. I'm so glad that I chose to use this. I'm telling you guys, I'm warning you, it does get red everywhere in the shower and on towels, and it stains everything. So definitely keep that in mind. As far as the extensions go, I've only dyed them once. I've never washed them with my Viral or anything. I've only dyed them with Arctic Fox. I didn't use Hicolor on them because they were blonde. And if you guys are wondering where I got this from, this is Bellami hair. And this hair is so strong, it's insane. Of course, when I dyed it and stuff and washed it, kind of got dry at the end. So what I use to, you know, make it have more moisture to it and like get rid of the frizz, I use the Redken Frizz Dismiss. So this stuff is really good. I just apply a generous amount like this, and then I just rub it in with my fingers like that. You don't want to like put so much, because then it'll just be awful, and I just keep rubbing it in. And then I go throughout my hair like this and brush it down. And you don't want to put it at the root, because that will just make your hair look greasy and it's terrible. But I just mainly want to put it at the ends, and then I kind of work my way up, but not too high. And then same with the other side.
I already have enough on my hands, but I don't need to put any more, because it really goes a long way. So you just wrap your hair up and stuff, and it makes it less dry.
And it really helps a lot, and it goes throughout the whole day. And I do this about 2 times a day, 1 time in the morning, and then when I take them out at night. But you can actually get this from Amazon or Ulta. I usually buy everything online. It makes your hair feel a lot better and look a lot more natural. So yeah, I think that we have reached the end of this video, which I hope you guys enjoyed it a lot, and I hope you guys learned some stuff. I'll put everything that I have in the description below, so definitely check that out, and definitely make sure you like and subscribe this video, and just stay posted for what's to come next. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I have something exciting happening this weekend, and I've been talking about it a little bit to you guys, that I will be going to a Comic-Con, and I'm going to be cosplaying someone amazing. It has something to do with this rocking red hair, because like I said in my last video, I've been looking everywhere for just red hair cosplays and who I can rock out and everything like that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.